Okay, welcome everybody to this launch of the first series of a weight loss program support group. This is a group to support you, to help you. We all of us want to improve our health, and then one way is to get rid of this extra little kilos, the little middle waist, and so on. Okay, so your ideas will be welcome also. But why do you want this weekly Zoom? Well, firstly, to create a support group, because it's always easy if you do something with other people and you're not on your own. You can also ask questions. We can share dieting tips as well here. We generally get support, and support helps you stay committed also. And in the process, you get health and nutrition tips, and just having fun doing so as well. You're not on your own. That's the main thing. You're not on your own. So if you want to lose weight, guess what? Don't diet. Now why do I say that? Let me explain that. Going on diets can achieve the opposite in the long run. So many people go on a diet, they choose a 28-day diet or whatever they've got, and then they lose 3, 4, 5 kilos perhaps. Wow, that's great, fantastic. But 3 months later, what has happened? They've lost 5 kilos, but now 3 months later, pick up 6. That yo-yo effect. You may lose some weight, but what's the problem with most people? These fad diets, they tend to lose muscle, not fat. And then a few months later, they picked up more than they've lost during the diet. So that is not really the answer. Yes, I suppose you can go on a diet to lose 5 or 6 kilos very quickly, but if you don't make some changes, that won't last. It won't be a good thing. So the weekly tip here is, if you want to lose weight, let's discuss a bit more. Which diet must you follow? Well, choose your own diet. But remember that if you do not permanently change your eating habits, you will just regain the weight that you lose. And then what happens? A few months later, I must lose a few kilos again. You go on a diet again. You drop a few kilos. A few months later, you pick it up again. And you continue through the cycle. And 10 years later, you find you're actually 10, 20 kilograms heavier than you were 10 years before. Because of the yo-yo effect. Now, how do I lose weight? This is my idea. How I lose weight. A lot of people go on these very strict diets. And they punish themselves, no chocolates, no sweets, no this, no that. So when the diet is finished, they binge on those things. That doesn't work either for most people. So how do I diet? What do I do? Remember, not one size fits all. Some diets work for some people, some for other people, it depends. But the bottom line is, eating too much carbs or eating too much food in general, and eating food high in carbs will lead to weight gain. And then also, if you don't get enough exercise, that can also be an issue. So my approach, I therefore eat a little bit less. I eat less food rich in carbs, and I get exercise. I replace one meal with the best meal replacement shake and the best whole food supplements. Because we tend to eat so many starches. If you're diabetic, obviously you're not supposed to eat starch to start with. But we tend to eat the wrong foods. And then we end up picking up weight. So if you just cut a little bit on what you eat and cut out those type of foods and get some exercise, it already can make a big difference. But it must be a lifestyle change. You must keep on with the change into your diet. Choose foods low in carbs. For example, down at the Banting green list and orange list we use as a guide. I'm not saying you must stick very strictly to those lists, but that will be a good guide to at least choose foods that will help you. Because you must choose low-carb vegetables or vegetables and fruit high in fiber. It's also very important to help you. There are different lists available you can download. The green always list, the orange sometimes list, and the red never ever, don't touch. Okay, so choose what you want to do, but remember, it's a permanent change to your diet. Why must one choose low-carb foods? Let me explain this very briefly. If you eat food, your sugar level shoots up. Your blood sugar level is supposed to be below a certain value. The diabetes will tell you around about 7, give and take. Hey, between 4 and 7, that's what we must aim for. Okay? But if you eat food, it tends to shoot up above the 7. If you're diabetic, might even shoot very high. The problem here is if the body has too many carbs and sugar is too high, the body will take those sugar and turn it into fat. Okay, and what happens now with most people, they eat breakfast, then lunch, they snack, and then dinner and snack again. And every time that happens, you get extra sugar, depending on what you've eaten, and that extra sugar can be stored as fat. Now, here's my challenge. I'm going to put this on. I'm challenging myself. This is a voluntary participation for you. Voluntary. You can decide whether to join this or not. I'm committing myself here. I weighed myself. I'm currently at 89 kilograms. By the end of the month, I will be at 85. That's my challenge. Okay, that's my target. Okay, so next week I must put on what my mass is next week, my weight next week. Now, the reason I'm doing this commits me. It's challenging me. Now I must do it. Okay, there's no hiding away. Now I must go do this. You know, a lot of people are like this. You need challenge. If you don't get this challenge, you're not going to be committed to do it. So if you want to participate in this, WhatsApp me your weight and what your target is after 1 month, and let us see who gets to the target. Let's see if these people can do better than me. Let's see. Doesn't matter which diet you follow. Okay. So let me know what your target is and what your current weight is, and we can start with that. And next week we can see how you go. Now, a summary of what I've said so far. To lose weight, you do not only have to change what you eat. You need to change your eating habits permanently. You need to get some exercise. It may help to have a support system. And this is what the idea is of this Monday night Zoom, is a support system to help you. Yes, I am going to give you some tips on nutrition, health, and stuff like that as we go on. Definitely. Because losing weight is just one part of improving your health. Now, while this is said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And that's what I want to do with this Zoom meeting on a Monday evening. So you can start doing, not just talking about it. There's so many people pick up different challenges like diabetes, heart disease, cholesterol, blood pressure, all because of eating the wrong foods and picking up weight. Okay. Now, the idea is that we get to a stage, I'm going to finish with this now, that we have questions and answers. You ask questions, we try to answer, we can answer. If you've got any success story, you can say, okay, this was the weight, and now I've got this. I can mention, we started about 2 months ago, approximately, Barbara. We started, okay. My success was not that big a success, but I've lost 2 kilograms so far. Okay. So now I'm challenging myself a bit more. This month, I want to lose 4 kilograms. So I must, okay. Now I'm committed. I better put my money where my mouth is. Okay. And then furthermore, I want you to give suggestions. Okay, you can give it tonight or you can give it via WhatsApp. A suggestion what you would like to see also or hear or talk about. Okay, so this is also a Zoom for you, not just for me to do a monologue. Okay. I see there's in chat, there's already something in the chat. It's good to see what's going on in the chat. How do you know what is a reasonable weekly weight loss? Okay, that's a good question. People, you know, a healthy weight loss is not to lose 20 kilograms in 1 month. That's not healthy at all. If you lose half a kilo to a kilo in a week, that's great. That's a more healthy weight loss. Okay? So that's what we sort of aim for. 500 grams to a kilo in a week, that's fantastic. Okay? And put it this way, if you put a target for the month of 4 kilograms, and you only get to 3 for the month, well, you've already done something. So rather aim at something, even if you miss it slightly, you at least on the way to your target. Okay. So any suggestions, also please come with suggestions. Let's make this your Zoom as well, not just mine. Okay, that's just my last slide for tonight.
Herman, I have a question.
Yes.
So if we're going to work on, say, losing 500 grams or half a kilogram a week, what is the amount of calories per day that we should be eating?
Okay. That's something I have to calculate a bit more detail for simple reason. It depends on from person to person. Depends on your age, depends on your gender, depends on the level of activity, and your general health. So it's more individual approach. So it's quite difficult to give you a ballpark figure for everybody. So I'll have to rather go make some sums and then I can give you more detail. I didn't prepare that specifically for tonight now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to make a note of that. Okay.
I'm asking specifically because, as you know, I'm type 2 diabetic and I'm insulin resistant. I'm also insulin dependent, and I have been so for the last 20 years. I'm 60 years old, but I'm about 40 kilograms overweight, and I just can't get rid of the weight. I walk twice a day, so I walk up to about 5 kilometers a day. I don't do any other form of exercise. I don't do any weights. I couldn't be bothered with doing weights and running and swimming and all of those kind of things, but I love walking, and I have 2 dogs. So I do walk every single day. On the weekends, I walk a little bit longer. Like yesterday, I walked about 7 kilometers. But I suspect, and I'm not quite sure, and I follow the green list, the Banting green list religiously. There might be 1 or 2 days that I do stray and I'll feel like binging on a carb and I'll have a packet of crisps or something like that. But I don't eat the chocolates and the cakes and the pastries and all. I don't do all of that anymore. I don't eat bread. I will have the Banting bread for my sandwiches and my toast. But I struggle terribly to lose the weight. And I think it is because I am on insulin and I take insulin. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, I've been told by several people it's because I don't eat enough food. I practice a lot of intermittent fasting. My first meal of the day is probably around about 11 o'clock, and then I'll have something to eat again about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then about maybe 7 o'clock, if I feel like having a little binge, I will have some seed crackers and some hummus or cream cheese or something. So I'm told I'm not eating enough food to get my metabolism to work. Now, because I'm 60 years old, it's frustrating the hell out of me because by now, at this stage of my life, I should know how to eat properly. And I mean, I've been a diabetic for 20 years and I've been injecting insulin for 18 of those years. And I struggle with my weight because I know the more weight I lose, the better my diabetes will become and the less insulin I will take and the better my HbA1c will be. But I do struggle every single day. Today, all I've had to eat is I was at a breakfast meeting, so I had 2 poached eggs and some bacon, and it was rye toast, I think they called it, and that was at about 10 o'clock this morning. And then for dinner, I had cauliflower rice with pastrami and ginger and rocket, and that's all I've eaten today. Now, I'm told it's not enough, but I feel satisfied. I'm not hungry. I'm very, very rarely hungry. Very rarely hungry. And if I don't have to eat in a day, I just won't eat in a day. But I know that's the discipline I have to get myself into, is eating regular meals. And I struggle with that. I really do struggle. I struggle with the consistency in my lifestyle. So I don't know how I can be helped. Okay.
Your sugar is under control, sugar levels.
Well, no, not particularly. It depends. It depends on the day. On the weekend, I wasn't well. I had one of those 24-hour bugs where I was vomiting and had a runny tummy. And so my sugar levels were actually quite high, which I think was just from either inflammation or stress in my body. But I think the worst my sugar level has been is like maybe about 18, and the best it's been is about between 4 and 5. And on a daily basis, it ranges anything between 5 and 12. Okay. So I have my moments with my blood sugar.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, that also does play a role. The fluctuating sugar levels will play a role. Just another question quickly. Maybe at your thyroid tested?
Not in a while, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was all normal according to the endocrinologist.
Okay, because that is normal. Usually, one of the reasons why people can't lose weight is with the underactive thyroid. That's usually one of the problems.
Okay.
Okay. I've made a few notes here. I'll also ask some experts. Barbara, maybe you've got something to add as well.
Well, I can tell you, and you're going to be surprised to hear this, but I'm also 61. So, luckily I have no problem. But most ladies struggle losing weight, and it comes because of the toxic cleaning products you're using. Because the cleaning products is full of hormone disruptors, and that prevents you from losing weight. So you must first get your body alkaline before it can start losing weight. As long as your body is acidic, you won't lose weight.
So besides getting rid of the toxic products in your home, how does one get your body alkaline?
You start with lemon juice in the morning in lukewarm water, or apple cider vinegar in lukewarm water. And you try sugar make your body acidic. So there is lots of things you can do for yourself. I have a friend who say nothing out of a box, nothing out of a packet, nothing frozen, cook from scratch. I just basically had a guy with the same problems you have. He lives in Manchester, and he started walking because he was too much overweight. He couldn't run even if he wanted to, and by started walking, cleaning out his house from all toxins. He used a few products which I suggested, and I think Bernard lost about 20 kilograms last time we chatted, Herman. He was on the
that's right. Yeah.
He gave his testimony. He lost about 20 kilograms, and he were barely on any diabetic medication.
So Barbara, what is I have no problem with the lemon water and the apple cider vinegar, etc. I can do that. Is there like a blood glucose machine that you can test your blood sugar? Is there something that I can get to test the alkalinity of my body?
Yeah, you can use the test strips which the doctors use. You wee on it in the morning and you see how alkaline your body is. I don't know, Herman, do you have test? Don't you buy them from Dis-Chem?
I think the pharmacy should have them, yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'll go and check that out.
Test strips which you can do, but I can really tell you, if you go and look on TikTok, my husband is on the diabetic mission. And we have lots of people already whose blood sugar came down from just using 2 products. So, that's one way where you can help yourself. The one is a plain and simple fiber, which have all the correct fibers in it. And the other one is a blood sugar balancer. So just for that too, and to correct the diet, we have really a lot of success. Herman have the videos of all the people, and also that Barbara Mosley's testimony and how much weight she lost. She lost like really a lot of weight. So, it all depends how committed you want to be.
Okay, what Barbara mentioned about the cleaning products, that's a good place to start already. All those hormone disruptors, get them out the house. It's a very good place to start.
So can you put that somewhere in the chat of what are the products that, your normal household products are obviously your dishwashing liquid, your bleach, your washing powder, your Stay Soft, the floor towel cleaner, all of that kind of stuff. That's your normal stuff. So can maybe you put it in the chat or just in the WhatsApp group of what are the stuff that we should be getting rid of and what we should be using? Because I'm happy to start somewhere, and I do want to start somewhere. I just need to get the process right. And the
Linda,
protocol.
where are you? Are you close to Herman?
No, I don't think so. I'm in Johannesburg and
Okay, no, you're not. Okay.
But others, I can send information. Maybe Barbara, you did Zoom on Killers in the Kitchen. Doesn't that talk about it?
Yeah, Killers in the Kitchen. They you will find on Real with the whole hour talk.
I can send a copy of that as well. Yes.
Yeah,
please, I'll just share that with us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, but I've also had a question about meal plans. It's also great that if any of you got meal plans or just certain meal ideas, and we can share it. If we can, I've got a WhatsApp group for the weight loss. I can just add the people to that, and I can just then forward it to the people.
Please, that'd be great.
Okay. So Ray also talked about Killers in the Kitchen. So Ray, that refers to the cleaning products that full of toxins that actually harm the body and also disrupt your hormones and can cause many disease. But I can share that with everybody that recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Any other questions?
I just think from my side, like I said to you earlier, Herman, I can start something. My issue is more of a psychological thing, I think, because I do believe I do eat healthy. Like, I think I believe that I eat 90% healthy. As I say, I do exercise. Of course, I can absolutely do more. If I'm walking 5 kilometers a day, I can maybe walk an extra kilometer a day. I understand that. But for me, it's about accountability. I need somebody to hold me accountable and you know, if you have to wrap me over the knuckles, you wrap me over the knuckles. I mean, I don't want to do something for the sake of just doing it. I want to be committed, because being 60 years old, I've really, at the end of the day, what have I got? Maybe another 20 odd years of life left. And why do I have to sit and struggle for the rest, you know, for the rest of those 20 odd years? I don't want to do that. I've carried a lot of weight with me with my diabetes for far too long. And like I say, I probably need to lose about 40 kilograms, although there's a lot of people, and I'm short, I'm only 5'1". I'm 60 years old, 5'1", and I weigh like 90 kilograms. I can't carry this weight. It's destroying my body, and it's feeding the diabetes, if you know what I mean. And I'm tired of that. I'm struggling to get my HbA down to like below 6%. It was, when I started my diabetes 5 years ago, I think my HbA1c was like 12%. And then I went on to a full unbanting and keto diet. And within 6 months, it had dropped down to 7%. And I was so excited. And I don't know what happened in my body. I did nothing different. Literally within a month, I started getting high blood sugar. And the next HbA I went to go and test, it was back to 12%. And I did not understand that. And I know it's because of the weight I'm carrying. I absolutely know that.
Yeah. I don't mind keeping you accountable, Linda. I did that for burnout. I have no problem. You can text me or SMS me every day, and he done it. If he walked 5 kilos in the morning, he you know, sent me a message and said he walked, and I encouraged him. And you know, I understand that, because that's exactly what whalers do. They just keep you accountable.
Yeah,
that's part of it. That's part of the idea of the Monday evening Zoom as well. That's why I've got one slide in there with the keep you accountable as well.
Yeah, I need to be accountable. It's important. It's important for my own mental health, because you know, when I'm not accountable to anybody, I can just do my own thing. Oh, that's fine. I'll start again tomorrow. Oh, I'll walk tomorrow. Oh. And that's what I do.
We all know that feeling.
Okay, that's part of the reason for this Monday night Zoom.
Okay.
To help with that as well.
All right. Well, that's great. And then I will commit to that. All these Zoom meetings, I think they're wonderful. And Herman will know I've never joined any of them because they're always so late. And I think it's because of the UK, South Africa time difference.
Yes.
And like
at the end of this month, our time changed again. So
yeah, you know, for me, I go to bed early. I'm in bed like 8:30. 8:30, I'm in bed, and I don't want to be sitting on a Zoom meeting at 9 o'clock at night. I just don't. So 7:15 is perfect for me. So I can commit to that time, and I'll put it in my diary, and that'll be great.
Okay, not a problem. If you lose 5 kilos, I hope we're going to see your face.
Well, I don't know why you can't. I don't know why you can't see my face. It says my camera is on.
No. Oh, yes,
What?
it does say that your camera is on. Maybe
And I
don't you have something in front of your camera?
No, it's so weird. I don't know why it doesn't say that. It doesn't
Okay,
say.
maybe next week, Linda. It's lovely to see people's faces and that you can see who you talk to.
No, absolutely. I just, like I say, I don't know why it's not.
Okay, next week.
Oh, there we
There
go.
you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely
Yeah.
to see you. Yes.
There you go. It was,
Fantastic, man.
it was just a simple click of the button. There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Okay, I've made a few notes here, so next Monday I'll bring some other tips as well, and I'll try and answer your questions, some of these you asked you as well, and I'll try to do that next Monday as well.
Oh, before you go, I don't have a problem drinking water. How much water should I be drinking to help my weight loss?
A rough guideline is about 8 glasses. That's a rough guideline.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's a more split calculation in terms of for each kilogram so much liquid, but 8 glasses of water, yes.
Okay.
See, the people drink also coffee. Coffee is actually a diuretic, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have to, if you drink coffee, you must think about maybe must drink another glass of water, perhaps, that type of thing.
Okay. I understand. All right.
The one change I made, which really helped me a lot, is I drink a lot of tea. I can't drink coffee. I get a migraine. So I swapped my milk for oat milk because there's a lot of sugar in milk.
Yeah.
And I never realized that. So that's one small adaptation you can make.
Okay.
Okay.